Wow, after seeing this movie for a second time, I can officially say that the people in this movie give Stormtrooper AIM a whole new meaning. A whole new meaning. What's going on, my YouTubers, subscribers, viewers, everybody watching? If you guys are having a good day, good weekend coming up, because Halloween Kills is officially in theaters now. Officially comes out in theaters, everywhere tomorrow, and on Peacock. Stream it, watch it, enjoy it. We'll get into some spoiler talk this time, because now that I saw the movie for a second time, I got some shit to say that I couldn't say in my initial review. And upon my second viewing of this movie, I am kind of like, there are things I like about this movie, but there's now more things I could really get into and shit that I'm kind of like, that didn't need to be in it. We could all agree that Michael Myers is just one evil son of a bitch. He's just evil as shit. Just can't be killed. Although there was like 2 moments in this movie I was kind of like, you could have ended Michael Myers right there. Wouldn't need a third movie. We wouldn't have a third movie, and then we wouldn't see how this shit's all gonna go down. So I'm gonna get into a spoiler talk, in-depth spoiler review of Halloween Kills. If you haven't seen the movie yet, it comes out officially tomorrow on theaters and in Peacock. If you don't want to spoil for you, then just watch the movie or watch my non-spoiler review movie you can see right here, or whatever one it is. If you don't care about spoilers, let's talk about Halloween Kills. Let's get into it. Here we go. Spoiler talk. Let's go. Every movie opens up. It doesn't open up immediately right on the heels of 2018's Halloween. Naturally, it's a throwback, and it starts back way back in, I believe, 1978's Halloween, one of the years, the original Halloween shit. We got Officer Hawkins and his what was his name? I don't know his partner's name. But anyway, they're tracking Michael Myers down and shit, and he's going back to his house, and Michael ends up killing his partner. Got him like by the throat and shit, and the partner's Officer Hawkins and shit. The dude that got his neck slashed and shit by evil Dr. Loomis in 2018. And one thing I gotta note real quick, I would suggest if you haven't seen Halloween Kills, if you haven't seen the movie yet, definitely watch 2018's Halloween real quick for like a quick recap and shit. The movie definitely does a good job of being like, oh yeah, remember what happened in this movie? Well, now it's happening here. A lot of callbacks to 2018's Halloween. I was just like, oh yeah, that did happen. If I did not remember the movie, I would not know that. But anyway, Michael Myers has the partner by the neck and shit, and Hawkins shoots him and shit, and Michael just goes downstairs and just surrenders. But at the same time, Officer Hawkins is shooting the shit out of Michael, but he's missing him. Like, Michael's literally just walking and just boom, 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 miss. I'm just like, Michael was like right here. He's like right here. How are you missing? But anyway, he goes down there. But one cool thing, we do see Dr. Loomis, R.I.P., the actor that played him. He Donald Pleasant. Well, God rest his soul. I don't know how they did that. That was some good CGI, because you do see Dr. Loomis on the scene like, where's Michael? Where is he? Where's Michael? You find out that Michael just went downstairs and just surrendered. It was just like, well, Halloween's over, so I guess I'll just shut down. Now, that's one thing you got to remember in this movie, is that in this new timeline of Halloween that differs from the other ones, is that now instead of Michael Myers disappearing like he did in the original Halloween, in this new timeline, he actually gets captured and, taken away to the loony bin and shit for 40 years. That's one thing you need to know about this new timeline. So now we jump back into where we pick up off with Halloween 2018. But actually, before we even do that, we actually get introduced to our main characters, main-ish characters. We're going to be following with Tommy Doyle and crew. Tommy Doyle, he's the one who saw Michael Myers up close and personal way back in the day. But Michael just like, I don't want you, but I'll just get you later. So now he's just on this thing of like, the boogeyman is real and shit. We just gotta hunt Michael down. If he ever comes back, we're gonna take it to him and hunt him down. And now we jump back to 2018's Halloween, where Laurie and the girls and shit, her daughter and her granddaughter, they go to the hospital because Myers fucked them up and shit. But on the way to the hospital, they said the firefighters are coming and shit like that. And they're like, oh, there's a building fire. We gotta take it out. And then we go to the infamous firefight scene you saw in the trailer, and Michael Myers just brutally kills all these people. It's so intense. Crazy enough, I watched it a second time. Now I'm like, that could have been longer. I would like for that to be longer. I'm just morbid, but I would like to see Michael maybe throw a couple more firefighters in there. I want to see Michael really do the shit. Like Michael Myers took the pick and just was hitting people in the fucking eyeball and shit, and then took that buzzsaw, was fucking them up like that. I was just like, this is pretty brutal and deadly, but it ends like that. Just like I would like that to be 2 minutes longer, 2 minutes more of gore. That's all right. So fast forward a little bit more, pretty much you find out that Tommy Doyle and crew are like, okay, Myers is still alive and shit because he wasted all those firefighters, and now pretty much we gotta take the fight to Michael. We gotta find him. But then this is where the movie kind of grinds to a halt a little bit, because Michael kind of disappears off the scene for a good 20-ish minutes. You're following all the other characters, stuff like that, but you realize, like, Michael's not really in the movie for a good middle chunk of it. Not until we met up with the characters we met with in the beginning of the movie, you know, the two black couples. You're like, oh, I thought they were the kids from the 2018. I thought they were his parents. Guess not. But Myers ends up wasting the legacy characters from the original Halloween, the nurse and everything like that, fucks them up, kills them. But it was a nice little Easter egg for Halloween Season of the Witch, I believe, because you saw the 3 masks and shit. You saw 2 of the masks in the trailer, but you see the 3rd mask in the full movie that I think is the green one. You're like, that's a nice Easter egg. I like Easter eggs. The town is pretty much in an uproar trying to find Michael Myers, because Michael is just like, you know, he's stalking the streets, shit like that. And like I said, there's a good chunk of the movie where it's like Michael's not really in it, and there's just like this side plot, side quest of this other crazy individual. I don't know if he was in the 2018 version or not, but this other guy who's just like kind of lurking the streets as well. And ultimately what ends up happening is that a lot of people get massacred, and they are going to the Haddonfield hospital, the only one hospital in town, and a guy ends up going there, and everyone think like it's Michael, and they're all like, it's Michael, go get up there, get Michael, but it's not Michael. So you're pretty much just spending like a good 15 minutes in this hospital scene. Good throwback to Halloween 2, the original, but it's also like it's not going anywhere because that's not Michael. And then the guy throws himself off of a building, and I guess it was symbolism to be like, oh yeah, Michael, we're all monsters and shit, Michael's making us all monsters. I was just kind of just like, to this day, I'm like, that scene could have been cut, and we could have had more Michael Myers, actually, but okay, whatever. Speaking of Michael, let's get back to him. He ends up going back to his childhood home, and there's 2 people living in it, and of course, they're gay. I don't know what Hollywood's agenda is by having gay people in every movie, every horror movie, but I guess that's the new cliche now. I got nothing against gay people. Y'all do it. Y'all want to be murdered in a Halloween movie? You got it. Like I said, the kills in this movie are so brutal. Oh my God. Like I said, the 2 mom and pop that you saw in the trailer and shit like that, Michael just stabs the shit out of this old dude, like, I believe, like 7 times. He took every knife that was on the rack. It was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to the point you're just like, Michael, he's dead. Come on, cut Granddad a break. And then one of the 2 gay guys that he kills on screen, he stabs him in the armpit and shit, and it's just like, not the armpit, ow. And then he does the classic, like, I'm gonna just superhuman strength poke out your eyeballs. Classic Michael Myers, I love it. So Alice, you know, Laurie's granddaughter and shit like that, she and her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, they meet up at Michael Myers' house to take him down. We'll take the fight to him and shit. Although they do something stupid, just like, oh yeah, there's 3 of us, let's split up, let's all go one at a time and shit. I'll go at it alone. When you're gonna learn horror movies, do not go alone. It irks my soul so much. Stop going alone, white people, in horror movies. Why do y'all do that? There's strength in numbers. I'm just saying. Speaking of Laurie real quick, Laurie doesn't really have much to do in this movie except do an important narration at the end, but throughout the whole movie, she's just in the hospital chilling. It was kind of like, maybe she gives her more to do in the next movie. I don't know, but I guess it's like, well, what could she do? She was hurt. At the same time, it's like, nah, she was getting her hands dirty in the last movie, but this one, she's kind of just like, I'm gonna sit back and just wait for Halloween to end. Speaking of the end of the movie, more or less, we get to the point where Myers kills the boyfriend super brutally, like he fucking like breaks his neck in like 17 ways. And then he confronts Alice, and just like you think like, oh, he's gonna fuck Alice up. Alice is gonna die. Her mom comes in with the pitchfork, just like, Myers, I got you, you son of a bitch. Takes his mask, like, I got your mask. What you gonna do now? Nah. He lures him into a trap again, and it's the entire town, where like maybe half the entire town, all surrounding Michael Myers, and they're all like, we're gonna beat your ass. We got you now, motherfucker. We got you. And I'm just like, oh shit, okay, okay. Here we go. Let's see it. And they all just beat the shit out of Michael. They're all coming out of him left and right. Like one's coming this way. This is like, imagine like Michael Myers has 5 stock of life in Super Smash Brothers, and everybody else has 1 stock. You just have that one person that's like, wait a minute, that guy's got like fucking 5 lives, and everyone just teams up on him. That was this in this movie. Holy shit, they beat the shit out of Michael. They come at him left and right, and they get him down. Michael's on the ground. You think like, oh shit, maybe he's dead. Could go in town, until Laurie started narrating like, you know what, evil never really dies. It can't be brutally hurt. It's gonna come back. So she said that, I was like, oh, he's not dead. And sure enough, one person gets too close to Michael. Michael gets up and just starts slashing people left and right and hacking them all up left and right. You're just like, oh, well, they're all dead. I guess Michael won. Town 0. But then it gets to like the very end of the movie, because they're this symbolic thing. Symbolic, that's a word. symbolic thing that happens with this whole, like, oh, Michael kept looking out of his sister's window and shit the night he killed her. Like, what does it mean? He's staring into the abyss or something? And Laurie's daughter, she stared out the window too. You're thinking, like, what's going on? Is she gonna see the evil? And then Michael just does a slasher teleport behind her and just kills her and wastes her and stabs the fuck out of her. This makes me be like, did Michael get past all the other people that were in the house to get straight to her? But then I'm also like, there was a back door, so maybe he did that too. Maybe he does have slasher teleport powers. Who knows? But then Michael kills her, and then the movie just ends, and it's just like, oh, just one of those abrupt endings. I guess we'll see what happens in the next one. And then the day Halloween Kills, like I said, I still liked it for what it is. Definitely a movie that I'm like, it's Halloween, pop it on. If you're a Halloween Michael Myers fan, just enough brutality in this movie to make you be like, yeah, I got my fix. But I'm also like, there's also a lot of elements too. I'm just like, cut that out. That wasn't necessary. But I'm also going to chalk it up to, it's the middle movie of a trilogy. So maybe when the third movie comes out, it'll all make sense. But at the end of the day, it's what we got. What are your thoughts on Halloween Kills? Officially comes out tomorrow, streaming on Peacock or see it in theaters. What do you think? Comment below, let me know, just talk about it. And yeah, enjoy your Halloween movies, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.